Yeah, this is Balzac Huckabee, and I've been asked to do a little script doctrine to this particular script that you see here, The Brother's Side of the Wake, which is my understanding that it's a remake of a film that has never been released called The Other Side of the Wind by Orson Welles, and that sounds interesting. Now, I have to give you a disclaimer right up front. Now, I'm a small animal veterinarian, but I do script doctrine on the side, and I've been doing it a long time. The reason I've been asked to do this is that I'm doing this as a favor to my wife because she is one of the potential HCEs in this film. Now, HCE, as I understand it, ain't one person, but it's everybody. It's here comes everybody. My wife is one of the everybody's, although she ain't been seen yet. So that's why I'm doing this right here. So I have read this script, but I've been asked to go through it now, sort of like as they say in the art world, sort of documenting my suggestions that I strongly recommend for trimming up this script and making it nice and neat, since this is a film that, as I understand it, ain't got no budget. Now, I just want to tell you, because this is the only credit I'm going to get. Now, my name, I think was on that title card you saw, is Balzac Huckabee. Balzac, like the writer, but my first name is Honoré de Balzac Huckabee. And there's a tradition in my family of naming the sons after famous Frenchmen. So, for instance, the first one, many generations ago, great, and more, granddaddy was called Marquis de Lafayette Huckabee, but he was known as Uncle Leif to others, and my daddy, Leif Huckabee, to me. Let's get right into it. Now, right away, look at this. It's on both sides. Now, I understand they have no budget, but I still think it's a little cheap. But anyway, listen. First part of the film I get, it's some sort of, I don't know who this person is. He seems to have some authority. I think he was paid off in some kind of jug wine. I understand it might have been Jet Set. If they wanted to upgrade, it would have been Thunderbird. And Greg or somebody, I don't know, but we'll just leave it be. Now, listen. I am a small animal veterinarian, but I know about other kind of wild animals too. First of all, right out the gate, middle page 5, all of it, look at it, look. All of it must go. In fact, gee whiz, I got to get another pen. Look, all of this, that's better. All of it, look, has to do, and I don't know why, they got some fixation with weasels. I don't know why. I don't know if there's weasels in the original Other Side of the Wind. This is all weasel related. All of it. Look at it. Oh, listen. First of all, a budget. Now, the only weasel wrangler I know through my profession lives over outside of Glendora, and he's got the weasels right there on the premises, but you have to bring them all the way to Venice, number one. Second of all, my understanding, although I ain't worked with them, I just know about it, is that weasels are some of the most notoriously difficult small animal actors, especially because they're wild, that I ever heard about. They have to do numerous retakes. They're very temperamental. They're weasels. All gone. Okay. All right. Now, let's see, page 4. Okay. Now, I read this part. Now we're getting to the most important part that is also... I don't understand it, but apparently it's in The Other Side of the Wind, which hardly anybody's ever seen, but there's a line that's an important line, and it describes the protagonist of the film, sort of like Huckabee. It's called Hannaford or Hannamon, or I don't know. Anyway, listen. There's a line that describes him that I think is very important, and it has to do something like, so his exterior, he's a hard bargain, tough on the outside, but soft, like this tub of mush on the inside. Now, my understanding of the line in that film is, this guy is a big pink lobster. That's great. It's all in there. That's the character right there. But this script, I don't know what they have about animals. They want a big pink lobster. I just don't understand it because, everybody's in it and then they have to have a lobster. And let me tell you another thing, my understanding, crustacean-wise, they're worse than weasels to get to wrangle. My God. And then I don't know what you do with them on the set, and then they're waiting around. So anyway, I think it's going to have to be some sort of metaphor. I think the film has a lot to do with metaphor, metastasis. I don't know what it is, but anyway, now we're getting to the good stuff. So this is the part. All of these pages, I made a few notes right there. All of these pages right here, all of it has to do with things that haven't happened yet. Because they're asking, here comes everybody, particular questions that if you see this film upcoming, you will understand what I mean. I'm not going to reveal it because it ain't been screened generally yet. So, I don't quite understand if they're like some sort of clairvoyant or second sight sort of people, but this is assuming what they're going to answer, which ain't going to happen. But maybe it's just filler. There's a ton of it. It's all here. And then, and I would not presume to make any sort of opinion on some of the sort of experimental footage. Now, they allude to it. They ain't shot it yet, is my understanding about it. But they're going to sort of interpolate, I like that word, interpolate some experimental film footage interposed or interwoven, interleaved, I don't know, with Here Comes Everybody in the film. So the idea of the film, as my understanding is, it's the main character is the city of the town, beach community of Venice, California, and again, the lobster would have related ocean-wise. Oh, Lord. So all of this, look at it. Look, all of it. I mean, it just goes on. It's just like, I had to wade through this. Everybody's coming onto the film, onto the boardwalk and so on. Then we get up, and I made a few notes here. No, right the way up to page 7. No, that's not it. Page 77. That's it. This one. Now look, I don't presume to be critical or anything, but I just don't understand. I'm not even going to say what this is. I'm not even going to say. I will tell you though that as a pretty upstanding person, even though I'm not a script doctor ordinarily, but I do this on the side like I explained before. I think this will not play. I don't care where, in Peoria or Piccadilly or Lhasa Apso. I won't countenance it. In fact, I'm not being paid for this. I think I told you that because I'm doing this as a favor to my wife. But listen, whoever wrote this should do a favor to Here Comes Everybody, who I would never ask them to participate in such a thing, even though they don't know what it's going to be. So anyway, this goes where I say, yeah. So yep. Oh, God. I don't want, I'm not even going to tell you what it is. Okay, right up to here to page 89. And there is, as we see, some resolution, culmination, sort of in bringing it all together, so to speak. And my understanding that the good part of the film, particularly, is how Here Comes Everybody are creating this film. In the now, so to speak, if you want to get metaphysical about it, and it's all sort of put together, and of course has to be edited, and so it's not going to look anything like this, I can tell you. So, now, I have seen, I will tell you that there has been some raw footage shot, and I saw it. And I guess that's the action in the film as far as any sort of violence, and it's not, no animals were harmed. Again, they have a thing about animals, but no animals were harmed, I'm happy to say, because we got rid of the weasels, got rid of the lobsters. So what they do, they visit all kinds of mayhem on really big lemons. And I don't know where they got them or what's up with the lemons, but I saw that footage, and you know what? That footage inspired me to make as many cuts as I did, because by cracky, they were cutting up them lemons. So I have a feeling it's going to be really good. I'd like to see it, but of course it's so strange that I'm going through a script that ain't been created yet anyhow. So yeah, no, I don't. Okay, now the end. Fade to black. Yeah, right there. So This is Balzac Huckabee, like I said, probably the only credit I'm going to get, and I don't know where it's going to be, not in the film, so I hope somebody remembers, like, documenting this and remembers me. Honoré to Balzac Huckabee, small animal vet, and part-time script doctor, and that's my ruling.